Hi, my name is Lucas Runke, and this is my story of chronic pain. I was self-diagnosed with a perfect life. I was building a future with my partner Jake and her son Bodhi. I was making music on my own and with my brother. I was starting a business and full of purpose, creativity, and excitement. And then one dental operation changed everything. I had this tooth removed from my face and it landed me with severe nerve pain. It started in my maxillary nerve, traveled up through my face, my head, and my back, and quickly shot my nervous system. I was in so much searing, burning, numbing, and shocking pain 24/7 that didn't stop. And that made me quickly unable to handle light, sound, even touch or massage, talking, being a parent to Bodhi, being a partner, being anything for anybody. I was fully disabled. And at that point, I just kind of got worse and worse. I was looking for answers, so I went and of course went to everyone I could. I went to see doctors and neurologists and specialists of specialists and acupuncture and alternative therapies, as well as experimental therapies. And none of it touched the pain, really. The only thing that worked for me was my medication that the neurologist prescribed me. I was prescribed multiple nerve medications and they came with their own side effects. So there I was between this debilitating pain and these terrible side effects like exhaustion, depression, anxiety, rage, and being despondent and kind of out of it, blurred vision. So it was kind of a fix to make my life continue, but it wasn't a life, and it made my mental health decline and decline and decline. Eventually, my neurologist and the doctors told me that this is just something you're gonna have to live with, and you should probably just accept that this is your reality. And I kind of did. I started to believe that this was just gonna be my life. And then at one point, I was referred to some new ways to manage my chronic pain through mind-body techniques and through cognitive behavioral therapy so that I better understood my relationship to pain. And that all sounded great, and I was excited, and I tried these things and read the book The Way Out by Alan Gordon, and I tried the Curable app, and it didn't work for me. I said, well, this is all just for people with back pain. This isn't gonna work for me, and this isn't working fast enough. Like, I'm not noticing a difference. And all these reasons, and of course it didn't work. Cut to a year later, I'm hitting rock bottom over and over again. And in that place, I was looking on the internet and found this woman's video named Nikki who cured herself from her trigeminal neuralgia, which is much like my diagnosis of anesthesia dolorosa, dental neuralgia, and central sensitization. She's now off of all of her medications, and she'd been through surgeries on her brain, which I was in line for too. And now she's off her meds and she's living this life, managing her pain in a healthy way. I knew in that moment that I didn't have any excuse anymore. This could work for me, and this was gonna work for me. At that point, I dove very deep into neuroplastic pain research, into understanding nervous system regulation, my role in my pain, and how I might be feeding my chronic condition with my childhood traumas or my tendencies. And that's when I noticed for the first time some real progress. I actually dropped my pain one day with just a change in how I spoke to myself. And that was a huge shift. That was when I went all in. I knew that this was the way I was going to get out of this. And I would one day help other people. Eventually I got off my meds. I was getting better and better. Mind you, that's a hellish process in itself, getting off those kinds of medications. It took me a long time. And when I did, things slowly got better and better, and now I'm relatively pain-free. It's kind of crazy to say after living with pain for so many years every day, but I am. And even when I do have flare-ups, I know how to manage them in a healthy way. That's why I'm here now, to help other people. And I just really want you to know that you're not broken, you're not alone, you're not beyond hope. There is a way out, and I'd be honored to walk that path with you. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to put some info below for my website, my offerings, and I just really want you to share this video with anyone you think could find value in it, and so that they know that there is hope. I believe there is hope, and I'm here to support you and those people on their path in any way that I can to healing.
We are on our way. It might be a hard way, as long as I'm with you.